Shit, we in there. All
This is
right.
true. Yes, sir.
So I was reading that somebody said we should call Big Sean Big Glizzy. And I'm like, not calling Big Sean Big Glizzy. First off, I ain't calling no man Glizzy anything. Because, we got the Conies and shit because we Detroit, the Big Glizzy. And I'm like, nah, I can't do it.
Oh no, man, that would nah, I couldn't do it ever, 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 ever,
Gonna call him Big.
ever. No, let's stick with Big Sean. Big Sean works just fine.
That's good. You good with that one?
It's a good fit. It works. No, not a chance.
So when we go post this pod, you're gonna put up Detroit 2 by Big Glizzy.
Never. Not at all. Not at all. Big
By,
Sean, for
why,
sure.
you're gonna put a national Coney Island, like hot dog. Never mind. Might check the bar report.
You're the worst.
I'm TC. That's L Dub over there.
What up, though?
What up, though? Your boy Bobby been MIA for a minute. I know y'all miss him. He'll be back soon. Until then, Big Sean, Detroit 2, the sequel to the mixtape from I don't remember when that shit came out, like 2012 or something. I probably made that.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a minute ago.
It was cool. I think it came out right after his debut. I liked it. A lot of people say it's his best project. I disagree, but I get it. It's like people who still say So Far Gone is Drake's best project and shit. And like, it ain't, but I get it. But it's been 3 years since his last project came out. Sean's been MIA for a while. Pandemic didn't help. But we finally got it. Got a new project. Detroit artist, hometown, Big Sean. I had zero expectations for this album whatsoever. Wasn't hype. Wasn't down on it. It was like, all right, cool. It's coming out. I'm gonna spin it. See what happened. Not the biggest fan of his last two projects. What was that album with him and was it Metro Boomin or something like that came out?
Yeah, Double or Nothing.
Yeah, that shit was trash. And then the actual album that he put out before that, I can't think of the name of that shit either. Dark Sky Paradise is the only Big Sean album I like. Not counting this one because we ain't talked about it yet, but them last two was not for me.
Yeah, I know how much of a Big Sean hater you are. The people out here don't.
I don't
Maybe
hate.
they do. No, I say you're a hater.
I don't know. I'm not a Big Sean hater. For a long time, I didn't like him because I didn't get it. And then I got it with Dark Sky Paradise. It's that he has like a modified Detroit flow. He still has the run-on sentence. Like he just can't stay with the beat for no reason. You gotta, like every other Detroit artist, like on the Cypher track, same thing. Like where's
that was actually a great track.
I'm over here.
That was a great track though. I love that track. It was actually it's a good track because you get all the local cats on there. Like everybody get a chance to just do their thing. And that was dope because like you don't really get that from like any other city. Like they'll have a couple cats, that have on, we'll put on for the city or our state or whatever. But like that was like a 6-minute track. Like everybody had a little ample time to go ahead and do their thing. That was pretty cool. But yeah, it was so Detroit. It made it hilarious. I was like, man, this shit don't get no more Detroit than this. This was great. I loved it.
Yeah, I got friends of mine that say, dog, they can't deal with Big Sean. I'm like, at some point your brain is gonna go, I get it. And a lot of his bars are corny and stuff. I look at his bars as very matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're super direct with his double entendres, they're not like
It
creative.
sounded like, oh, it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, like yeah, that makes sense.
But like it's just like it's not like heavy punches, but it's not like, I mean, yeah, like if it's not like a face melter, then yeah, okay, then it's just a decent bar. Like is everybody thinks it's like either home run or nothing. It's like Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first, you last. It's like, so if you ain't had that like fire ass double entendre or try to do a triple entendre and just make it all three of them fire as hell, then it's just like, oh, this nigga got corny bars. Like it's not necessarily corny. Like this nigga's style of attack, he's not trying to melt your face off. He's just trying to give you dope music. He's ultra positive with it, but not like Chance the Rapper ish.
Not like Logic.
No, Logic seems forced.
It's
Huh?
close. No, Logic's doesn't seem. This is not a Logic.
This is true. Let's not do this.
But this he's very close though, except his is more. Let me go sleep with some crystals. You know?
Hey, he might be into the, what is that? The metaphysics. Like he might be into all that. You know,
That's
he
cool.
maintain his energy. He's zenning the fuck out.
I'm not knocking nobody's.
This thing said, do you know that he meditates twice a day? Do you know that, TC? Do you know that? Do you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, now you know that because he told you that on this album.
And you did.
Does that, it clicks it in more?
Yeah, meditate twice a day. I'll pass.
No, because you're too busy reading.
Yeah.
Plastic, saran wrap thin paper books.
What?
1,114 pages. Ladies and gentlemen, TC like feels this type of way because all he does is read books. He's very smart, so he seems.
I just got back into it, man. And of course I dive on the deep end and shit. Always, no matter what I do. Want to learn how to take some pictures? Buy the craziest camera equipment on the market. Want to get back into reading? Read Dostoevsky. All right, there we go. Now your boy Big Sean is out here hugging crystals.
Hey, he's feeling good though.
He's got his moon crystals over here.
Hey, he lives in Cali. He's in Cali like 90% of the time, right? You been to Cali? I can't remember.
I've never been.
You'll meet a lot of people that's into that same shit out there. Cali's like really into it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So maybe he picked it up out there.
I'm just picturing his car like lined with that shit and like the headliner. Just from the way that he talks and shit, it's like, nigga, you are a hippie. But not.
Nah, he's probably more or less, he's got his crystals in the by the window, sitting in a soft bath, getting a sunbathe. Uh-huh. He's getting that going, making sure those are clean. He might burn some sage. Incense going.
Basically, that nigga house stank.
Nah.
With the sage burning, it definitely do.
No, you don't just like do sage burn all the time. That's just it's a terrible idea.
It lingers, nigga.
No, you hit it with sage, clean that air real quick. Look, man, hit it with the air clean hit the air cleaning real quick. Make sure your energy is straight. Come on, man.
Nigga, that shit does nothing but stank up your house. Now, if you need to go meditate for twice a day to calm your ass down, I'm with it. Do you? So,
Talk about matter of fact.
So
like his bars, goddamn, nigga, you and the whole crystal community out here, man, about to be coming for your head.
My bad. I think it's about to start throwing cubic zirconias at me. Now let me stop. This album opens up. Why would I stop?
Yeah, why would he?
Yeah, why would he stop?
I mean, it's not like he's not a respected. It's not like he's not a respected artist.
That's true. And he opened the album strong.
Yeah.
I was proud of him. Way to open the album strong. Last thing is some whack track. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was about to say he led it. First three came in real strong.
Yeah, he came in real strong, man. I was like, okay, we going in. He
What
threw
was
sound like he threw a jab on the first track at like Future or something. He said I can't have 10 baby mamas. You know, he said that shit don't sound like a family. It should sound like a job. I'm like, I can't tell if this is a dig or you just speaking very plainly here.
I mean, he is matter of fact. I mean, I think he's gonna be pretty straight up on that. He just don't want us working a job.
That was like the notable bar to me that I caught in the first track. Beat was cool, rapping was cool. You know, Big Sean never gives you no crazy bars and nothing like that, but he raps very well. You can't
Yeah.
deny his ability to actually rap. And that, of course, is on display on the next track with Lucky Me. That beat switch, I gotta say, was dope. His flow was dope. A lot of people say, "Oh, he just rapping fast," and I'm like, "That's still a skill. Everybody can't do it." And if people thought that that is what makes you good, everybody would fucking do it, and they don't,
Mhm. So he can't.
because it can't. You can't do it to make it sound good, you know. But I thought he did. The outside of the he gave us the story of his heart problem that he was
Why
diagnosed
you
with.
why you say it like that?
You know, nothing wrong. I'm glad the dude's okay. Obviously, I just don't like the way he went about telling his story. But that's just me. It's like saying, "Oh, Western medicine is trash because the holistic doctor saved me." Like, all right, bruh. So one, you expect humans to be perfect, but you went to another human that somehow did something good for you. So you shit on the other humans over here who just didn't give you the correct information. Like niggas don't make mistakes. Two, you sound like the niggas that get mad because they had that Taco Bell that one night and then it hurt their stomach, so they swear off all Taco Bells forever. Now I get it, Taco Bell is gross, but you get the point of what I'm
I had
saying.
Taco Bell earlier. It was actually delicious.
But you get what I'm saying. It's like, oh, nigga, I can't drink Pepsi, nigga. That one I had tore my stomach up, so I don't drink Pepsi no more. But nigga, that was you probably had some bad tacos from somewhere before you had that Pepsi, and now you shitting on all the Pepsis. I mean, all of them are still delicious. So just because one fucking doctor gave you a wrong diagnosis, that means they
That's
all trash
that
because
that's
somebody else
not where
did.
that's not necessarily the strength of where he's coming from. Like his particular situation is individual, but
He's
if
far for you.
but if you no, I know the bar, but I don't think that's fair because from what he's saying, it's not like a position where he's saying that Western medicine is weak. And from where I took it is that he's talking about Western medicine like treating more of the symptoms than the actual issue, right?
No,
He's saying that you gotta put a pacemaker on it and get it back on beat when there's like the influence uh, since Nipsey came out, was rapping about it, and everybody else started picking back up on Dr. Sebi and all that and doing all natural. That
nigga, that
whole trend,
too, nigga.
like it feeds more into that holistic medicine is you can treat a lot of ills with holistically than you might have to
No. It's
in
it's
modern medicine.
I get what you're saying, but that's the way his bar came off. His bar came off saying Western medicine is weak. You should be going over here because that's who they saved me. Like I said, it's like the nigga who got one good thing from something and the other thing was bad and swear off the other one because somehow he was saved over here. Cool, we're glad you're well and everything, but you can't write off the other people who gonna have okay. So when if somebody get cancer, you're gonna be like, you know what? Don't take that radiation that could save you. Come over here and grind these herbs up in a smoothie. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit just makes no sense. But that's the way that he gave that bar, very matter of factly.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Well played, sir. Well played. I'll give you
But
that.
but his rapping
But
was on that track.
yeah, in a general sense, if understand if you don't take it as literal as that, just saying you can get things accomplished holistically than you can with, and you might not have to go the alternative route or go the modern medicine route. That's the way I took it. It's not saying don't seek the consultation of a medical professional, but just understand that there are other options outside of that.
I agree. There could be other options that could help you. Just deliver the bar better.
Hater.
Nah.
See, can't even see. Once you pull it down, the hate comes out.
No, I like the
I'm trying
track.
to say, oh, I'm not a Big Sean hater. I didn't like him for a long time.
I did.
The bar, I like this track because it comes in strong. This nigga saying modern medicine is weak. I see it. I see it. Once I hate all of it, always hate it. Hey, let's get this grass cut. Let's go.
Now you brought up Nip. Deep Reverence is dope. It was good to hear Nip. It came
Oh, that was so great. Needed.
and that
Needed.
verse was done before he died. So
Really.
obviously it was done before he died. I get lost.
Hey, I'm just saying, let's take it as a matter of fact. I gotta
Uh,
fuck with you. I gotta fuck with you.
uh,
Uh, I couldn't help myself. You teed it up for me real nice.
I did. I left it for you, and then you lost. But I brought it to you. You good to go.
Fuck out
So
here.
Deep Reverence, dope track. But the thing that I was really trying to say was that it was recorded for him. It wasn't just like some rando verse that they just pulled out of our archive and was like, all right, let me put this on the Big Sean album. Cool. I got a Nipsey verse. Everybody look. You know.
Yep. No, yeah, this was playing.
And then it's still in the track though. He references Nip. As a after as a person who has passed while on the same track with him at the same time. It's weird, I guess. You
It
know.
is. So
Um,
cryptic.
After he died, of course, he said he reached out to Kendrick. I'm like, you really let internet hearsay really drive you to, if there was no issues to begin with, why you really got to call him in the first place? Like you put in a track. I'm like, that was the internet making all that up with control verse. Oh, you ain't say nothing after he said your name on the track. Like, come on, bro. Kendrick didn't diss nobody in that track.
No, I just told everybody I'm coming for you.
Yeah. So,
So yeah. No, I thought it's like a really open track. Uh and then this is where you talking about this is where I was talking about how you learn that he meditates daily. And he's talking about how he takes care of his family, he does all that stuff. Like I've seen Big Sean, I've had a chance to like sit in front of him like speaking at a couple different events, and being interviewed. And how he talks about the city is like crazy. Like he's not one of those cats who's just like he's from the city, but he's not from. He like he goes out and does his own thing. Like he reps the fuck out of Detroit. He loves Detroit. And he shows it in his music too. It's like he bring like, and I think this was like, I think this one felt like the most like, I mean, no pun intended on the album cover, like literally like the most Detroit album that he's put out, like his body of work, especially like how he gives praise to the city and how he like lets everybody tell his story about it too.
all right.
You like the emoji.
Yeah. Kanye shrugged. So you got Wolves. Not, I don't like Post Malone, like at all.
I know. Not a huge fan of him either.
Why is Post not doing like the chorus?
Because I mean, if Post Malone's on a track, it's gonna get spins. I mean, for the type of track too, like I mean, actually, I mean, Post Malone kind of fits that hook. He
Yeah,
fits that track.
he really, you know, I guess he did like one of the second chorus or something like that, and then I think they did it together. It's high. It's the first three tracks are so good, and then I go into the album after that, and it's like this is a different album after the first three tracks.
It is. It is. It was very top heavy on the energy. But I think it makes sense though, because how it changes with the stories of like it's kind of like different chapters in the
Nah, but it's
throughout
like
the album.
there's chapter. That's what I looked at when I looked at the track list. I was like, all right, is this like broken up into like different story segments, a la Denzel Curry, with his album, or what are we getting out of this? And I didn't get that. I'm like, all right, we got these little interludes by different people. Is that gonna break it up somehow? Nope. It went random. Because before we go to the very first one, The first break with the Dave Chappelle thing, we get a shitty ass. This body language track is trash, nigga. I think either he do or the label think he should be pushing the same type of music as Drake, and he's not Drake. Like the 2088 shit is trash. Like I don't want to hear them ever make songs again. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It's like they don't make songs that are good to me.
Oh,
This dog. This shit is terrible, dog.
I mean, I was actually pleasantly surprised to hear the Soulful Morning, like the beat. I was like, oh shit, I ain't heard this in a minute. I was like, damn, I think I'm getting old.
Dog. The
And
set of bars. Don't just take your clothes off. Take the problems off. Take the armor off. Take all the drama off.
yeah, he said, yeah, he's telling her, just open it, let's go.
So bland. You can tell he don't really want to be saying that shit. It's so bad. But he's trying to. I guess he's trying to deliver like that track, the track with Janae Aiko with the 2088 track later. It's like, why are these here? Are they gonna play on the radio? Like, who's driving to work? Who's driving to work right now? It's like 8 niggas on the road, dog. Like, who's driving to work? So why is this on here? Who playing this?
This nigga.
This nigga, they be hugging crystals in the car playing this shit. Now don't get in the car with that on. But take that drama off, girl. Take that armor off. Grab that pink one over there, that pink crystal over there. That one will calm you and soothe you. No more drama.
You're such a hater.
This shit's trash, dog.
Oh my god, you are such a hater.
Am I wrong? You like that track?
No, I'm not a fan of the track. But you're taking that and they taking the hate. The hate is spanning beyond the track. Oh man, I'm sorry for everybody into the metaphysics and the crystals. TC means it, but the views and expressions of TC don't affect, are not representative of everybody else. I guarantee it.
I know. And if Clark was here,
Yeah, y'all need to be ready to fight. His old incense burning ass.
So they've got the Dave Chappelle skit that I guess most people weren't already privy to the story. It's something, hell, we might have brought this up on a podcast before about this story. That in Detroit is pretty common knowledge that Dave Chappelle got booed because he was too high because he was back there smoking with Danny Brown. And sure enough, he tells the fucking story about it. And I thought this was interesting. Of course, I'll never listen to this shit again. When I listen to tracks off this album, that's a skip because I already know about it. I already heard it once. But it's just
he tells it good though.
He does because Dave Chappelle has great oratory skills that anything he says or does will always have great delivery every single time, no matter what it is. He said, and that gentleman was Big Sean's father. Like, really? I didn't know that part.
Yeah. Yeah, chat like having a chat with his father, that was pretty cool. Like how he played out, like it inserts a little random. He was like, "Yeah, what do you say? I didn't want to be able to pull this up. I was going to nose out this bitch and crash this bitch." So he saw Danny Brown walk back. He said it made him laugh very hard. You're just so high, you fucking up, and you see the motherfucker who was behind it sneak off into the back, and you find that shit hilarious in the middle of you just doing a terrible set. It's pretty good. Like he's actually painting a picture. I felt like I was Dave Chappelle for a minute. It's not nearly as funny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So if you want to call that the first section of the album, I was the first 6 tracks. Second section of the album, we got Harder Than My Demons, Everything Missing, Zen the Fuck Out, Guard Your Heart.
Of course, when our boy Anderson .Paak.
It, Lithuania, Full Circle, Time In, and then we get Erykah Badu right there. So, Harder Than My Demons, it's interesting that Sci-Hi is a writer on this track.
Yeah.
This nigga, he's stay getting paid. I don't know what it is. He had some contributions on. Of course, you're going to have people out here speculating, but I'm just going to say it got something to do with the chorus, probably. Or, I don't know. We're going to roll with it and just say he on everything. Getting paid. Sci-Hi is a writer on this track. I think some of these tracks towards the middle start getting very generic for me. And even like this, Zen the Fuck Out. What's the track with
Zen the Fuck Out? Zen the Fuck Out is like well, I mean, nobody gonna be in a club or nothing like that, but that'll get banged.
But it's like it's basic as hell though, but it's catchy.
Yeah, it's catchy. It don't need to. It don't. You act like you. It's basically you act like this shit has to be elaborate.
No, it doesn't have to be elaborate, and it catchy is cool. You know,
catchy gets spins. And when people drink and have a good time at the club, or they out, you think they give a shit about the depth of the song, nigga? Lil Jon, you remember when Lil Jon his shit was just banging? We'd be in the club going crazy. Yeah, windows to the wall, sweat dropping from my balls.
The thing with those tracks is at least they were interesting, either with the beat, because Lil Jon was a monster on the beats. They were very interesting. They were catchy. This is just catchy but not interesting. Does that make sense?
I mean, from the windows to the wall, sweat drop down my mouth. I mean, that's more interesting than niggas talking about.
Talking about like the beat or the
like I mean, it's got a heavy bass line. It's chopped that shit up. I mean, I see where you're coming from, but like it doesn't have to be like. But that's the thing. That's like the state of music. Like it don't have to be no different than that. It really don't. Like that's why the Migos can make the same song 80 different ways, and they are on top of the game. And they got crazy ad libs, and their shit just sounds cool. Ain't talking about unbelievably catchy. That's just how it works. I mean, Drake's bangers is some of the catchiest shit you'll ever hear, and that shit gets spins because it's fucking Drake and it's catchy as hell. Yeah, and ladies got Google over that nigga.
And I can see the appeal on some of that stuff, even though I don't like it. I see why people would like it because it's slightly interesting. But some of the stuff you hear, like on this, it's not interesting, or it's not his lane that I think he should possibly be in. I think his perfect balance was with Dark Sky Paradise. Some tracks off of the album after that I keep fucking blanking on. But you do get tracks like, did you like the track with Young Thug, Respect It?
Yep.
Yeah, I like just rapping on there.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. I like it.
100%.
Did you like the one with Travis Scott?
Yeah. It was I actually liked that song a lot more than I thought. I had to actually listen to it a couple times to like really tap into it. But yeah, I actually do. I didn't like because that song like is that like was totally different. That song's like, but like the vibe coming off of like because I was kind of still in the like Guard Your Heart, like because Guard Your Heart I think is a dope ass track. Like Anderson .Paak just makes everything better. It's just
I agree. He makes everything better.
This thing is like fucking butter and food. Just makes everything that much better. Or salt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it makes everything better. And then
Anderson .Paak be on a roll every time. Everything he touched be like, all right, I can listen to this track. This shit could be whack. but it's Anderson .Paak on it. At
Niggas
least I
fucking Midas touch. This nigga's getting advertisement from Modelo. Like, Respected doesn't fit in between Guard Your Heart and Lithuania. Like, so I get what you're talking about on the randomness. But like, I think it kind of like for me, like, because all that randomness actually works because it's like it kind of caters to Dave Chappelle's story. And maybe this is a reach, but how he's like saying like Detroit's an experience. And he, even though like none of these motherfuckers from Detroit in this whole section right here, but like just the experience of all the different music, because it is literally a lot of different things. He's taking you from talking about how he's working harder than his demons and coming back up. Everything's missing, different parts of his life. He was wondering how his granddad would be. Send the fuck out what he's doing now. This niggas sitting Indian style. You know, that's racist. And they, you know, but folded legs, you know, folded leg style, you know, washing his crystals. You get a little bit of everything. You know, so I might still, in my mind, maybe it's a reach, like I said, but you get a little bit of taste of everything. You know, and this stretch of like 7 songs.
But this, I know people hate the word sequencing, but this shit is like, it's weird, man. You go harder than my demons, everything that's missing, zen the fuck out, guard your heart, and then you go right back to Respected in Lithuania. It's like, how do you have like a couple more up-tempo tracks, then you immediately turn it back down all the way to Guard Your Heart, then immediately turn it back up with Respected in Lithuania? I'm like, I'm confused. And then you get full circle with Diddy. It's weird, but
yeah, time in. I don't know. I did notice that theme. I mean, like time in and body language. It's like the unnecessary sexy tracks before the next story.
oh, the story by Erykah Badu, I can skip that again.
I like Erykah Badu's story. It's cool. Look, man, she's talking. Hey, they're talking good shit about the city. I can't not skip over that. I like hearing that shit.
But it's not. It's cool to hear once, but it's not interesting.
What? It's Erykah Badu. It's always interesting.
No, I mean, like, it fits no narrative. It doesn't do anything for the overall part of the album outside of just saying, "Hey, I got somebody talking about the D."
That's
Like,
what's
cool, but it'd be one thing if like you were talking about how this is his most Detroit album, and I look at it like, not really. Like, it's not like, let's say, Good Kid, Mad City with Kendrick, where you got the life of a youth in a day in Compton. But then you got these skits at the end of tracks that go more into the narrative of how it plays into that day, you know, in the life of a teenager in Compton. You don't have this here. It's just like, now they're stat fillers. They're essentially there just so you can get more spins off of for your Spotify spins and Apple Music spins for your album. And I'm like, I'm gonna skip it every single time because it does nothing for the narrative of the album. For me, anyways, it does nothing. It doesn't tell an extended story to something that's going on. So it's like, all right, cool. I appreciate you telling the story, but I'll never listen to this again.
well. How do you feel about the Baddest?
I'm really trying to. You know what? I can't even think of what this track sound like. Which one is that?
Come on, bro. It's got the old Jit classic.
Oh, is this the Godzilla one?
Hmm? I can't hear you.
It's the Godzilla beat one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I like it. You know, that beat will always get you. That shit's hype no matter what.
100%.
Like, no matter what.
I heard that. I was out dinner in Southwest and I heard that. I was like, what?
It's not the longest track, but yeah, that beat goes. You can't never lose with that.
No.
All right, let's just get straight to Friday Night Cypher, dog.
Yes. Let's.
So when I first saw it, I was like, okay, we got almost everybody.
You didn't want to talk about Lil Wayne?
Lil Wayne did all right. I like that track. It's not bad.
Okay. I just want to see how you feel about that. Okay. We can
Lil,
go back to Friday Night Cypher.
I'm glad Lil Wayne is getting more time to practice. Like he sounded better on the little mixtape he just dropped than compared to he did on the album he just dropped. Like I don't know if some stuff is throwaway tracks here and there, but I feel like he's getting a little bit better and better on his verses. But that comes from you got to rap more to be better at rapping. You know what I'm saying? You rap. It's like hooping. You know, but you know, some niggas tear their proverbial Achilles when they rap and ain't the same no more.
Proverbial Achilles.
So I saw the track list and said, all right, we got everybody. It's like Detroit versus Everybody Part 2 type shit, you know, which is dope. And we got some people that you normally would only hear regionally, you know, that you're hearing now more on the mainstream, like, let's say, Payroll, Cash, 42 Doug, you know, names that are way more regional than, say, Cash Doll, Royce, Eminem, obviously, even T Grizzly to a certain respect, Bodie James now with his newfound success.
T Grizzly gets love, lots of love outside of the city.
He do. You know, hey, one song can do that for you, man. Hell,
true.
You got Jay-Z, I think, said that was the realest song heard in, you know, a long ass time.
Yeah, you get that type of plug. Oh yeah. Everybody listening.
And you know, T Grizzly went first. I was like, all right, way to set the tone. Verse should have been longer.
I agree.
He had a very, very short verse. And I liked his verse a bit though. You know, it's T Grizzly. It's just normal shit that he normally spitting. And just funny listening to all these people on these beats, dog, and how I swear only a couple of them understand how beat structure work. I swear to God.
42 Doug, when he came in, bro, I was like, all right, here we go. This is it. That was a home cook. That was a home cook that I was waiting for. Because like,
and I fuck with 6 Mile, not too much 7 though. He obviously got somewhere he don't like that 7 Mile.
Bro. Hey, you know what? Hey, that's how it is. Hey, rep your mile road, call your shit.
On the mic right now, cuz.
Huh?
You're making a lot of noise on the mic right now.
I'm making a lot of noise?
Yes, whatever you rubbing up against or something is rubbing up.
Oh.
There he is.
My bad.
She ate you.
My mic fell.
Cash dropped second verse.
Yep. She did good.
Yeah, she did good. I think her delivery was a lot better than what I, you know, gave her critiques about on her own album.
Yeah, her delivery was a lot more polished. Good energy. She kept it smooth all the way through.
I was glad to hear Bodie James sound a little bit more natural on the beat that he was given compared to the Versace tape that we just reviewed, because that shit was boring, but that's not what we're talking about. It's interesting though, listening to all them rap, and I still think it's funny how much better Big Sean, Royce, and Eminem are in terms of rapping than the rest of them.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is that separates them. You know, M and
I
Roy,
mean, they're more polished.
yeah, but it's like they have less of a Detroit style while still. Well, M has no Detroit style.
Yeah.
Royce and Big Sean, they do, but it's like not as at the forefront as like the rest of them are. Well, Cash Doll really doesn't have a Detroit style either, like that. It's not like T Grizzly or uh, 42 Doug
Anybody else?
or Payroll or the rest of them. They all Bodie don't sound like you're from the D
Yeah.
with the
Eh, he do. It's just relaxed.
it's relaxed. Yeah, it's a little bit more slowed down.
Hmm. Yeah. No, Sean, like when he came in there, I mean, the beat that he chose, I mean, it fit the flow that he wanted. I mean, he went off on that shit perfectly. I was wondering because I didn't look at the track list. Like when I just heard, like I'm just hearing it, but I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, okay, this is great. And I'm like, as I'm going through, I'm like, all right, when Royce has got to be on here, and I know M's gonna be on here. And then like Royce dropped on there, I'm like, yes, thank you. And like it's effortless for him.
Yeah, so it's effortless for definitely for them too. Um, the Sada Baby's verse was funny. I think it said, "Put your bitch hand in my corner pocket, play pool with it." I'm like, all right.
that was a good line. I gotta give it to him on that.
Yeah, that was a funny line. That and that other line that um who was it? Was it Payroll?
What part? Payroll was like the
Oh no, it was Cash Kid. When he said put a body on a ratchet, I feel like Dr. Miami. I'm like, okay, yeah, that was a hard ass bar. That's a bar. That's a bar. It's a nice Detroit bar. Still a hard ass bar. That might be the best bar out of the whole 7 minutes or whatever this shit was. Long ass track.
how long was it? 9 minutes and 28 seconds in its entirety.
It's funny. It don't even seem that long when you listen to it.
I didn't realize it was the same song at first. I was just like, because the beats kept switching, and it kept throwing me off because I was doing shit. I'm like, okay, I'm catching on to this. And I'm like, damn, this is one whole fucking song. Like, this is 3 songs in one. Legit. Maybe 4 if you get the right mix.
Well, Eminem took up the last whole bunch of it.
Yeah, well, M can't spit like a 30 seconds verse. It is called that. This nigga's gotta get his whole half a song.
People was mad that Eminem was on this track.
Of course, no one likes Eminem anymore.
Yeah, it's cool to hate Eminem. That's the cool thing on the internet.
I mean,
But I'm like, if Eminem don't belong in this track, hell, neither does Royce.
yeah, no, I mean, I
They don't fit the normal style that you get from everybody else that you get on this track.
yeah, I
Big Sean
remember that.
be on the track because it's his fucking album, but if M don't belong there, neither do Royce. And stylistically. But if you're gonna put them both on there, you're gonna get what they give you. And of course, Eminem is gonna bar you. It just may not be the style that you're looking for when you're hearing Payroll and Boldy and
Mm-hmm.
T Grizzly on the track. It's like, that's not the frame of mind that I was in when I came into this track, and now I'm the way I'm ending this track.
Yeah. I mean, Sean got his verse in. I mean, his verse was long as hell too. Uh, and then like Sada snuck in, and Royce came in, did his thing, and just brought it home.
Yeah, Royce's verse was short too.
Yeah, because he had to cut his time short so M could get all his words in. Because like the way he ended it, like I think he said more words than the first 3 verses combined.
No, that's true.
Like that was really impressive. Can't hate on Eminem. But it was very interesting though, because like when Sada was like starting to make it, starting to come out and get more interviews. Cass was interviewing him about like, who's hot in the city, what do people listen to, about Eminem being from Detroit. He's like, yeah, Eminem's from Detroit. He's like, but like Eminem's like in no way, shape, or form like the king of the city. Like he didn't quite shit on him, but he basically just told it like it was. Like if you go down any road in Detroit and they got their windows rolled down, they're not playing Eminem. Like it's not what's being played. And it's like, yeah, you're right. Like, and I was just like, that's very interesting. Like, and it was a little bit of, and then I think he carried on. He kind of laughed off a couple things, but didn't like directly say it that like he don't think Eminem is the best, but he basically pointed at it as like, nah, Eminem's just like not that dude in the city. And I mean, it's real talk from who listens to it. He's not really lying. He gets the respect, but it's not what people got playing at the backyard barbecue.
And that's perfectly fine. Because I'll play that nigga in my car with no problems. Because I like people that can rap. But Big Sean, for this track, he had a story by Stevie Wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Stevie Wonder can see.
He said saw a piano. He said first I saw a piano. I was like, oh, he fucked up.
No, he wasn't born blind though. He was just saying the first time he saw a piano. He went blind later, younger in life, but he wasn't born blind.
Yeah, he went the whole Ray Charles route. That's right.
Yeah. So
how old was he officially went blind?
I have no idea. Don't make me lie to you. Hell, I could have just made all that up. I don't think TV though.
No, there's cat celebrities that interview that say Stevie Wonder could see. Funny ass interviews. It's hilarious.
I sold that nigga a TV. I did. I sold him a 50-inch. Like Stevie, I don't know what you're doing with this, but
oh my god, oh, it's probably the funniest thing I've heard in a long time.
Yeah, so the nigga Stevie Wonder, a 50-inch TV, nigga. That's it. Like,
did you sell the protection plan?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
That's not funny, but it's so wrong. As I'm going to hell for laughing.
So long ago, though. That was like had to been like 2005, 2006, maybe.
Yeah. Did he pay for it, or did he have a handler to pay for it?
He had the handler pay for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've sold a lot of famous people shit, but that one's still funny when I tell people that. Yeah. I saw Stevie Wonder, 50-inch. He saw a piano. Stevie Wonder can see. That nigga been lying to y'all.
Oh man, that might be a funny story. I never knew that. Look, you learn something new every episode. Sold Stevie Wonder a fucking TV.
Yep.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe just Judge Judy on that shit or something. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Stevie Wonder were watching Love and Hip Hop and shit. I bet.
Well, no, he listens to everything. He enjoys his shows.
Uh-huh.
He can't stream cable through a stereo. So get on the TV. He's got other people around that want to watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
So he can sit there and listen while they watch.
That's true.
So maybe we should. That's all it was. He's an entertainer. He likes entertaining people.
Gotcha.
Just because he can't see don't mean you can't.
Did you like the last track with Dom Kennedy? With Dom.
Whoa. Whoa, who?
I'm
Who?
Kennedy. Nigga, I
Okay.
said I'm Kennedy, nigga.
Dom Kennedy.
Dom Kennedy.
I was about to say I don't know who that nigga is, but
I,
Dom Kennedy. I thought that was a good track.
yeah, it was a good track to close out the album on. Um, go out on a good note. So, we done reached the end of the album. What's your overall thoughts?
I thought that this album for me is a very listen toable album when I'm doing things.
High quality word.
Very listen toable album when I'm doing things. There's a couple tracks I'm gonna probably add into the playlist, mix it in. Um, first three tracks again mixed in a lot of different playlists.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that's easy. After that, Baddest is getting mixed in with a couple different things. Friday Night Cypher getting mixed in. Uh, if I want a chill vibe, yeah, Guard Your Heart, Lithuania. Feel like that. I'll play it. So like, it's got its spots where it's like, okay, I'm doing some shit. If I'm working, if maybe I got a long drive somewhere, which I don't know when or where that will be, but if that situation comes up, and I'm just trying to chill out, I really don't want to hear something too loud, but still catch a good vibe. This is an album I'll flip on. It's not a bad track. It's not a bad album. It doesn't have a ton of bad tracks. It's got a couple that I could do without, but out of 21 tracks, I'd say I'd spend about half of them. Easy. Easy. Very easy.
Okay.
That's a decent album. Good body of work. Decent body of work.
Wish their album was. I wish we got the Big Sean that we got on the first three tracks, which sounded way hungrier.
That
Then,
would have been wild.
not necessarily like him rapping fast and all other shit that's on there. Just the intent that he had on the first three tracks aren't mirrored through the rest of the album for the most part. He has some burst of it here and there, but none that catch you immediately like them first three tracks. Which is why it gets me to the point, like I was saying earlier about like Harder Than My Demons or Zen the Fuck Out. Like it's just not as interesting. And most of the tracks towards the middle-ish area aren't very interesting. They're not bad. They're just not great. And I think that's where Big Sean just suffers at in general, is making great songs. Like,
What would he need to do differently to make songs great?
I
Because
don't,
it's not like he's gonna change how he goes about doing things. Is it his production? Because his voice is gonna be the same. Like, what do you?
I don't
What
know.
what's your thing?
Like, if there was like, does Big Sean have a timeless song to you?
You know what? For different reasons, like yeah, um, like if I turned on, I decided, and like the light,
Oh,
like
I couldn't think of. That's the album that came out after
yeah,
Dark Sky.
like the light or like no favors, like shit like that. It's like okay, cool. Those are dope tracks.
No, I said
Like
timeless. Give me what's a timeless track for Big Sean?
I'd have to think all the way back. I
Years
do it. I
later.
do it. I do it.
Okay.
That was off what? Finally Famous. That was back in what? 2011, 2010.
Album is terrible.
Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah, I do it is a timeless song for me, hands down.
Okay. I mean, it's fucked up. His most popular song, he can't even play no more. It's fucked up. I don't fuck with you.
Oh
Is
yeah, that's timeless. Yeah.
yeah, but ain't that song about Naya Rivera and she just died?
Yeah.
Can't play that song no more, and it's like your most iconic song that you got.
Maybe that contributed to him flipping to his positive.
Oh, I don't know. Could have been betting on that. I don't know who he hangs out with. I'm just saying.
It's with Janae Aiko.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they back. They back. They got their shit straightened out. You know, they're good now. I'm happy for them. I
Hmm.
always like to see my favorite Detroit people with bad women on their arm. I'm like, that's how you do it. That's how you're supposed to do it. When I found out Jalen Rose was snatched up Molly Kareem on ESPN, I was like, oh, good job, Jalen. It was the hairline.
It was a hairline.
It's the hairline.
That shit's flawless. 30 years later.
Never lost. Never lost. And nigga Kobe dropped 83. They put hair on that nigga's head.
um, yeah, this album needs to be shorter, and I wish we had the same Sean that we had on the first 3 tracks. There's a couple decent tracks in the middle. Overall, would I recommend it? Sure. You know, I'd tell anybody to at least give it a spin. They're gonna find something you like. It's impossible to not like something on this album.
True
No,
story.
if you like the 28-8 series, you got a couple tracks like that on here. You know, like Spazzin', you know, Big Sean, you got a couple tracks like that on here. You know, you got a couple features, you know, with that sounds like today's music on here. You got that too. So, you got the radio hits. It's cool. Not too many tracks I'm gonna come back to off here though.
That's fair.
So, I don't have really anything else to add to this.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same boat. I say give it a shout. Troy too. Solid album.
Yeah, and
Donald
projected.
Trump's, Donald Trump's an asshole.
And there you have it.
So
All right, so before we get out of here, of course, if you enjoyed this shit, go ahead and feel free to subscribe if you want to hear more of this shit. Uh, hit the hit the notification so you know when we drop some more hot shit. Wear a mask.
please.
Let us know in the comments how much you enjoyed or hated this review. If you hate it, fuck you. No, we out. Peace.